depression, that people use it the wrong way, but it's just like bipolar, it's just like...
You know, people say you can't buy happiness. I have a scientific mind, so I have to actually do the study myself. I have to have enough money to purchase happiness. And at the end of that experience, if I'm still unfulfilled, then okay, then I can get
Let me tell you,
with...
I've had 3 test studies on that myself. I'm telling you what I've experienced. 10, 12 years ago, I was making twice as much money as I needed. I was at the top of my field in the company I worked for. And I felt good.
Great.
But 2017, I made a lot of money within 3 months. Let's just put it that way. And I go to sleep depressed. Nice apartment, nice car, Lakers tickets.
Right. I didn't have any of that. Hey, Azam, I didn't have any of that shit, and I thought I was jigger.
30,
I was happy as fuck.
30 grand in the safe, 10 in the couch. Listen.
Bro, I would run in and run out with a bag like 20 grand and be happy as shit. Like,
but let me tell you
time
something.
of my life until that bag, which I'm looking at yesterday's cash, is fading away fast.
But we have our different experiences, but I used to go to sleep like, what the fuck am I speaking language, but why am I depressed? Okay, and I had to figure out what makes me happy is winning. I have the Jordan Cody gym. If I'm not winning at something, that money came too easy. When I was trainer of the year in the entire country with the company I was in, and plaques and awards, I mean, it really wasn't shit, but at least I was the best in my field.
Right.
And I was winning.
So I remember that about you because you used to hate me when I beat you in basketball.
Yeah.
I mean, he was so mad at me. Because I remember I was hit threes and all day long, and you'd be like, I would play anybody at 21. And when I would win.
I remember, and I still never beat you.
Yeah.
I didn't want.
Maybe.
It's all mine.
But it didn't bother me to have to win though.
I'm building off of something what Azam said about like that gene, that having to compete, having to
be the best at something. I'm not a sit arounder.
I'm kind of I'm not a sit arounder. But I'm the opposite. I want this shit to come easy. This is why I was running in and running out with it. Then I was happy.
I think we're having a miscommunication. I'm not talking about money. Money's supposed to come easy. I don't think that we're supposed to work our ass off our whole life just to eat.
Hell no.
I'm partners. I have 2 friends who are self-made multimillionaires, and the money just comes. They have 50 different streams of income.
What was that Hennessy guy's name? The French guy?
Bernard Arnault. Yeah. But look what I'm saying. I don't think because we work to pay the rent, take care of our kids, all that should just be automatic. We don't deserve that. Why work your ass off your whole life just to eat?
To make someone else wealthy.
Now, at a moment, at a time, like, today I gotta eat. I gotta feed the kids. I gotta do what I gotta do. But what about 5 to 10 years from now? I gotta do what I'm doing now. So
it's funny 5 to 10 years. You say that, brother, because the things that I do on a daily basis is with that in mind.
Exactly.
And not even 15 years from now.
I think it sucks that we gotta work our whole life like slaves just to eat.
That's right. I'm looking at like really. I'm planning, of course, the intermediate goals.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, I'm looking at like retirement. I'm about to retire. My plan, I intend to retire at like 55.
That's 5 years. I'll be 50 when you're 55.
See what I'm saying?
So look,
be able to retire.
So my point is, come easy like you said.
God bless America.
Money's supposed to come effortlessly and easy.
It really.
I'm not talking about money. I'm talking about happiness. Because you can sit there in billions and be like, what the fuck am I doing?
Just like I said again, man, I have to test that.
I tested it.
I need enough guap. To be okay, look, man.
And you did all the parasailing and Bermuda and all that shit. And you're like, okay.
All of the.
I mean, that's me personally. I gotta
be. All the girls in Barbados came out with the coconuts and what?
I was Xander's age the first time I noticed girls looking at me. It ain't never stopped. I got it, girl. I got the lady I want.
I believe in my heart of hearts that I can create my own heaven on earth while I'm.
Absolutely. Why not?
And then we'll see what happens when I.
Why not?
Right?
We only know this.
Crap. What you mean?
You know what? I took a different.
I was sitting in the cage for like.
Yeah. So you over here like
7 months.
Everything. Yeah.
I took a different approach, guys. I didn't have that thing about have to have money. I didn't.
Yeah.
I knew I could make money if I got my education.
Yeah.
But there were things in my life when I was young that I knew that I wanted to do.
Yeah.
And I did them.
That's what
so now I'm grown.
Fulfillment.
Now I'm grown.
Yeah.
If I was gonna do something that's just so esoteric, like taking photos, or going do the park and clean up the park, It has nothing to. It
They're real
smell.
artists, like a
it's
real
I've
Parisian artist.
no, but
is
I've when you're talking about a Renaissance man.
Yeah.
Exactly
Because
that,
if you ask me, I can recite the whole alphabet in Arabic. Okay,
I mean,
and
I know my Harun, my Haruf.
and write it out too.
That you got.
No, because I've met Muslims and have had to explain that to them, and they don't know who I am when they meet me. My mind is categorized into a whole bunch of different stuff that I wanted to do
Yeah.
and that I know.
Because you know what? Because when you on your deathbed, hopefully it's at 103 years old for me,
Right?
You have no
you gotta
regrets.
be like, yeah, that was dope.
I don't have any regrets. Is the biggest part of it.
Warren Buffett 91. That's what I call any day. He in the top 10, and he like, okay,
Whatever,
so what?
I'm
I got
gonna
180 billion.
He's in the dead pool.
Well, yeah, he like, well, now he's reflecting on this whole
all the
life.
way 100, bro. I reach 90 years old, and let's just say I made my 500, my half a billion that I'm looking at, right? At 90, I'd be ready to check out. I would have done everything. I'd be like, man, come on. I've lived a pretty full life now, just at 50, but there's so much that I haven't done because I have yet to really have in my hand this guap yet, right? But man, at 90, come on, man. I'd be like,
For me, the idea of money is not. What it is going to do is buy more time to do fun things with the people I love. I told you that.
Word. Hey,
Let's
yo,
all
hey,
go to
hey, yo,
Africa.
my man.
Like, you know what I mean? It's not about.
Well, I mean,
yes,
I
need to see the
didn't
movie.
have Africa money, but I took y'all to Yosemite.
No, it is. I know. Look, here's the deal. I just think that the Disneyland. It's about waking up every day and trying to live your life. Don't forget what you're trying to do.
My life that I want to live, man, I need money for that. And two things. One, with the system that's in place for everyone who like is have knowledge of the system, it's more than possible. And two, I'm not going to break the law and step out
But look,
and go back to
the life that you want to live.
No,
go ahead.
The life that I'm gonna live.
Yeah, that you were living already. Put it that way.
You feel me?
Not saying that, but the deal is like that's going to give you an emotion, so you were able to do boom, 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 boom. Yo, imagine doing what you can now to feel that as you stay on your grind and your hustle.
Brother, I thought about that and I do what I can. That's why I have so many lady friends from about this. There's things that I need to do. Like I want to be able to go to my Nicholas Jet appointment, go to Burbank Airport, fly to Jamaica.
You know what I would do?
5-star resort, sitting there.
Thank you.
Jot them joints down, look at them before you go to bed and when you wake up.
So what I do, what I've learned to do,
You're going to be doing that shit.
what I've learned to do is do that in my twilight stage before I go to sleep.
Yeah.
Before I go to sleep every night, I meditate and then between waking and sleeping.
Absolutely.
And I've seen stuff just walk up to me.
Absolutely.
But let me say something,
Crazy,
man.
but,
You know
but there's one caveat.
what?
In order for it to walk up to me, I must be on this righteous path. I have to be on my life path.
Yo, you take one
I gotta
step
be
toward
right
that. You know what I did? I do that. I've been doing that for years. Actually, I had an interview with a guy named Marshall Silver. You know, back in 2017, I was at the LA Convention sitting with Tony Robbins and all of this.
Hey,
But
that's
Marshall
real,
Silver.
bro.
Yeah, it was, I got pictures of Tony Robbins, right?
Bro, that's big time, man.
There was a guy named Marshall Silver. He worth $300 million, and he's like on that. So I went to his thing in
Where you
Vegas.
at right now?
Huh?
Where you at right now?
He live in Vegas. So we sat down for 30 minutes because I'm the first one about his program. And out of everything I learned from him, he was like, read Think and Grow Rich.
That's
It's not
right.
no money, just read that book. But then again,
Rich Dad, Poor Dad, those are two great books.
Rich Dad Poor Dad is a move of mindset for money. Think and Grow Rich is psychology. That's
Exactly.
all it is. But that's why I learned that thing. So I've been writing down, like you said, your Twilight Zone. Your Twilight Zone. Write down your goals specifically and teach you that. And before you go to bed, that's perfect, right? And then I would do that. And then I'd be like, man, I'm at the house. The second I say, should I do this? And I don't want to do it, I just get up and do it.
That's
Right? 3 things happen at home.
Hey, bro.
I'm like, what the?
Once you
Once you do the first step, and then things start like boom, boom.
This out. Once I conquer,
Can't get a word in this one.
you have to conquer the self.
Yeah.
Once I conquer my own self, that's the most formidable opponent is the self.
And
Everybody see
you
oneself.
holding yourself back if you can't reach your goals.
Man, once
now
you
those
say
things that you
lazy
said,
and
now
all
what
that
you
shit.
said about, I can tell you how I did
It's
it.
not lazy. For me, it's a fear of rejection or stepping out of my comfort zone. And a lot of humans have that.
Yes, they do. Nobody likes to be told no.
Yeah. And or step out of the comfort zone.
You
So I'm
can't
like, should
sell
I do
shit
this?
if you can't be told
No,
no.
all the time. And I'm
I
like,
used to love no. I used to love no because that opened the door for me to express another part of myself.
Yeah.
That Genghis Khan, Alexander the Great part, like, what? I'm gonna take it.
Yeah.
And that is a part of me that has been nurtured and exercised for so long. Now, the key for me was to exercise that same conqueror spirit within the rules.
Without exposing it.
Within the rules.
Without exposing it. Your face tells your story.
Look, I have a little.
So don't expose it.
True, I'm very expressive.
Exactly. Don't let them see you. Don't let them see that coming. That's the biggest thing you can do. Is to not let them know who they're fucking with.
Let me. I have a theory.
That was on the devil's advocate.
Look, but I have a theory, right?
Right.
So we got here. We sit in the room. We whatever stuff out situations, right? And then you have somebody. Let's use Jeff Bezos, right?
Love that guy.
We got close to 200 billion.
Right.
So he started off just hustling last 30 years, and we got to that point. How much? We both wake up in the morning, right? So right now, what if you and I had to come up with $1 million by tonight to do something important?
That would be challenging.
That's because we say it is. Now follow me. He can wipe his ass with $1 million.
Right.
But
he's a human too.
Off that way. It started off him selling books.
That's my point. It's not about the physical. I'm not talking about physically what he did as the business. I'm talking about. It was a point where him coming up with $1 million in 1995 would have been impossible for him. He'd have been like, how the fuck am I come up with $1 million to do something that's this important to me? Now he can come up with $1 billion in 30 seconds just by making a phone call. My point is, his reality has changed based on what he's able to do now. That's the norm for your boy now.
Right.
But
he's reaching for the stars.
But his metrics has changed. Since he became a billionaire.
Are you talking about his physical ability or his mindset?
No,
his public image.
No. So his metrics, how he measured himself, has changed. So now he can wipe his ass with $1 billion. Guess what he did? He went to the fucking outer space.
Yeah.
His metrics are now things like that.
Yeah.
And what's next?
I just want to finish this before I forget it. So now we're sitting here. And I just walked through Skid Row, and there's somebody that's all messed up, naked in the street, butt naked. If they had to come up with $50, shit, $10 in the next hour, they're gonna be like, we can pull that out of our pocket because we used to it. To him, it's like us having to come up with $1 million.
Let me bring a reality. Let me bring a reality check to you, brothers. I have $150 in my bank account.
Yeah,
I'm about to go out while we finish talking and go get my motherfucking money.
Or how about a sandwich? Not even money. Like you can go get something to eat, like this person can. So it's like, whoa, I'm gonna get a meal in the next 10 minutes.
Let me ask you a question. Oh, go ahead.
Well, you had said something. So it's about the ability, one's abilities in this
belief,
world.
I think.
In the world that we live in today, okay, thought, in my opinion, it's like thought translate to feelings, which translate to like actions and words, right? So it all starts with thought, true. But abilities, in this kind of like capitalistic world we live in, with a certain amount of dollars, there's only a certain amount of ability there. So it's crucial for one to use the dollars available or whatever resources available and keep the right mindset, not limited by that limited resource that one has in their hand.
The truth of it is, bro,
that unlimited resource.
But you just explained what the problem of happiness is. Because you don't need no money to be happy. I bet you. I don't have a whole bunch.
So look,
I'm talking. When I say happy, let me explain what happened.
I'm broken in church house now, so I'm happy.
Well,
I'm fulfilled.
For
I'm
sure.
happy.
What I'm saying is, like, after a lifetime of having to achieve things that you want to achieve, at the end of the day, where do you see yourself in happiness? Where do you vision? So mine's is right here, by her.
That's what's up.
That's where mine is. With this.
That's what's up.
I can't. It's hard to buy that.
You can't buy that. You can't. Man, there's some people depressed as shit. I don't know what Bezos going through. He just got divorced.
Bro,
He probably working harder.
You talk about your boy, the football player, too. He just got divorced.
So,
yeah.
No,
so Brady is a 7-time champion. $100 million.
Dr. Dre just got a divorce.
Yeah.
And she was trying to book him for half of his guap.
Yeah.
And she didn't make one beat, but did do one mix.
She wasn't there. She wasn't there when he was building.
Yeah.
But look, I resign myself to, love. I look at love like religion. It's if you believe it or not. Me, I say, look, I'm going to try to buy happiness. Because I know where my happiness lies. I know what happiness looks like, feels like. My loved ones are safe, we're comfortable. We don't have to be worried about generational wealth and be able to alleviate at least financial strain, right? Having everyone around us stable enough to do their thing, right? I'm surrounded by beauty and music and love. You feel me? And die. What you mean? All the dancing girls just like loving me. Like, hey man, I
That's
fed
a-
so many people.
that's a
I
facade.
fed so many people.
It's a
Look,
facade.
once
I don't
okay,
know. Ellen
it has-
DeGeneres,
look.
Ellen DeGeneres could die today and the world would cry
Yeah.
tears. Oprah too, because they give away stuff that they didn't have to pay for.
All I'm saying is,
Because of human nature, human beings are innately selfish. So when you start to feed that selfishness in them and giving them something for free, they will love you.
Let
You
me
give them
let
what
me
they
tell you
can't
something
find
about
anywhere
this.
else,
Let me tell you
they'll always
this.
come back.
I'm going to tell you something right now, and whether you believe it or not, people are motivated by their own self-interest 100% of the time.
What? I
Whatever
believe
makes them feel happy. The problem
Even
is,
philanthropists.
but the problem is the consequences of those things that they did that make them their selfish nature is what they have to deal with it as the outcome. Now the consequences not necessarily negative. Consequences are consequences. It
Right.
doesn't have a plus or a
Result.
minus on
Right,
it. It's
right.
a result of
Equals
so you know, why did you tell that girl that you love her?
She had that thing I need.
Well, that's what you feel. But that's the selfish person. But you
I had
can't.
to go through relationships to find out what I needed in a relationship.
Yeah, no,
When I was
that's-
20, I didn't know what the fuck I was doing. When I started, I didn't know what the fuck I was doing.
Guess what? The
No,
thing
but
is,
what I
in
was
a
saying is,
relationship,
but what
I don't need to survive. I can, right? It's like an extras. It's like topping on the cake.
So that's the thing. Those are the consequences of how you feel about what you want. It's about what you. I had this conversation with when I worked at Citibank. She used to call and we used to talk, and I said, I think I figured it out. People only act on their own self-interest.
Word.
Period. Exactly 100%. Even when they're giving away something to
Because it makes
somebody.
you feel good.
Exactly. They're
Yeah.
getting this feeling back. Whatever it is doing, it's because of your personal self-gratification.
Yeah.
And whether it's good or bad, what you did, those self-gratifications give you the results that you get.
Yeah.
So happiness is hard to get
Happiness is
all the
relative.
time. So, you know what I'm saying? Because you can have that $1 million, like you said.
Just
But
$1 million?
you could have,
What do with that?
dude, man, you give me 50,000 right
Make
now,
more.
and I'm going to retire.
You give me 50 grand, I'm going to make. Hold on, let me calculate this.
No,
Hold
I,
on for a second.
Carry the two, carry the one.
For 50 grand, I'm gonna make 250 grand.
yeah, me too. So I'm just saying I'm going to retire. You understand where I'm at?
Yeah, you gonna take that?
Yeah.
You ain't gotta.
I'm going to
All I do
retire.
is, you know what?
Fashion idea,
You know what? I can
Exactly.
read books. I can listen to millionaires I know, millionaires
Yeah,
I
yeah,
study, and
yeah,
billionaires.
yeah.
But I can the things that I know for sure is cross-referencing that with my personal experience.
That's right.
Yes.
Okay.
That's
And there
how
was
I
twice.
determine truth. It's called
Well,
discernment.
there was twice in my
That's
life.
discernment. That's how you do.
There was twice in my life when I had way more than enough money to pay my bills.
I wish I would have known that. I
And
would have
both-
borrowed a couple of
you know
hundred.
what?
I know, bro. I had bags.
I wasn't millions, but it was more than I needed.
Right.
I had expendable income. In the deal is, I
1, 2, 3, 4 level,
Right here.
all the way to the corner.
This what up?
No, all the way to the corner. Down. One book over.
y'all good over there?
Not that.
I know
that
this
one.
guy.
Not that one. The other one. Yeah.
No, but my point was, self-sabotage my
yeah.
mentality. My mentality had me subconsciously blow it. Number one,
Subconsciously what?
blow my money because of my
Right.
mentality, subconscious
Because of that consumer.
And then
thing.
the other
You
part
do that,
was, it didn't. I started to learn about what actually makes me happy
Exactly. You have
because
to
I had to
ask
go
it.
through it.
Yeah, yeah. I was 18. I didn't know what was gonna make me happy
Yeah, I
permanently,
was 18.
but I knew it was gonna make me happy temporarily.
Yeah, because when you know what, it takes away the stress of all that bullshit.
Yeah, exactly.
That's a good feeling. To wake
Yes.
up in the morning and all the bills paid for a couple months.
Yeah, no, I know.
Yeah, right. It takes away that, so it's like it takes away that stress, but then.